Hello there everyone and welcome to, well, I guess desktop USB microphones. They're actually the ideal choice for those who want a little bit better recording sound and all that usual recording gubbins. This is my one. This is a Blue Snowball. It's been a really good microphone for me so far, I will say that. I can't really see anything wrong with it. It's very simple to get you started. But I'm actually now in for an upgrade, so I'm not actually just to say I'm not actually going to be getting rid of the Blue Snowball. I think it's still a great microphone. It's just that I need something better, and I actually got this not based on what I've reviewed and other recommendations, but this is purely based on a poll vote, which I'll get onto in a moment. But this is the microphone in question. This is the Technica AT2020 USB Plus cardioid condenser microphone. Shorten your name, lads. Bloody hell. Yeah, this is the microphone that actually won the vote on that poll. Again, I will explain in a moment. This has been referred to as the YouTuber's choice of microphones, and I'm not only just upgrading the microphone itself. What I'm also going to be doing in this little plain box here, I've actually got the shock mount made for it, which is the AT8458. I also have a pop filter as well, which is more than handy. And the first thing I'm actually going to be opening is this thing right here. This rather large looking thing is the RODE PSA1 studio arm. It's a boom arm that is used to mount microphones in a studio, but it's desk clamped. Desk clamped? What am I about? But it does have a desk clamp, so I can actually put it on here, which is exactly my intention. So let's take the cardboard sleeve off, open that up here. I hope I've got this the right way around, because that would be lovely if I have. And this is the arm itself. Okay, that's very nice. What else have we got in here? There's a pretty deep box. I have no idea what's actually in this thing. Cardboard support thing. This is... okay, I think I know what this is. This is so if you want a permanent mounting for this boom arm, you have to drill a hole in the desk, you can put this on and then screw it into place, and then you've got a permanent place for it. But I won't actually be using that because I don't want to damage the desk. I mean, come on. Think sensibly there. What else have we got? So I'm just trying to get this out of the way as soon as possible, because it's late and I just want to get things done. Right, instructions on how to mount said mount. Okay, something else fell out here. This looks like an adapter, so okay, I'll figure out what that does later on. And by the looks of things in here, this must be the desk clamp. I've been holding it for a while, so I might as well get to it. Okay, here we go. Right, so that's not bad actually. So that's a very versatile looking desk clamp, so having that all the way up. Okay, so obviously the boom arm will go in there, so you can actually make it swivel, which is actually what I was looking for. The desk clamp itself opens quite a lot actually, which is really useful. So I made this fairly open for me, because I'm going to put I think about there should do it. And the actual top piece here has actually got a layer of foam, so you don't actually mark the desk on the top, but you may end up marking the desk on the bottom because there's no foam protection on that piece. So let's just pop this on, see how it is. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. So let's pop that onto here like so. Not too tight, but tight enough so it will stay on. Yeah, that's not a bad position. I think maybe move it a little closer to the mouse mat, I reckon. About there would be good. Yeah. It's rather nice, that. Yeah, that'll do. Perfect. So let's actually get to the boom arm itself. Come on. Ah, there you go. Amazing opening skills here. So from what I can see here, wow, that looks really robust. And it looks like it's also got some Velcro ties, so okay, so you can actually do some cable management for the actual cable, which I will be doing. Yeah, that's actually very nice. I like that. It's really good. Obviously, it does say caution spring loaded, so when you open it up, it doesn't whack you accidentally in the face. God, that'd be a turn up, wouldn't it? That'd be a turn up for someone actually trying to make some money on YouTube, eh? Guy unboxes boom arm, whacks him in face. 10,000 hits later, becomes richest man on earth, leaving the original guy left out for nothing. I just need my... Oh, where is it? This is very, very impromptu. This is very, very rushed. I do apologise. My knife is in the other room. I can't be asked to get it, so I'm just going to rip the tape off. Come on. There you go. Whey! I thought that was going to whack me in the face. I really thought that was, but that is properly spring-loaded, that. That is really nice. I like that. So hopefully, with any luck, I could pop... how do I even do this? I'm going to read the instruction manual and figure out how this actually works. Bear with us for a moment. I'll be back very, very soon. Okay, I think I sussed it. Apart from the fact that this is absolutely fucking enormous, it actually has a really good amount of movement to it. So obviously I can bring it down really low to about here if I wanted to, but I need a good amount of weight on the microphone itself. I can bring the whole boom arm out to here like that. So this is actually going to be really useful because I actually use my sim rig a lot, and if I want to record a video on that, I can just put that into position, get everything all set up, and that is all ready to go. So I think now what I need to do is, I think I better put the shock mount on. Now, as I said, the shock mount I've got is the AT8458, named after the famous Ferrari, I suppose, almost. But this is actually designed to work with the AT2020, whether it's the XLR connection or the USB variant, or a couple of other ones. I think the 2040, and there's one more, and I can't remember for the life of me which one it is. But this is the actual shock mount itself. This is actually really well made, I will say that. This feels really nice. It's nicely tightly sprung. Good amount of movement on here as well, and it does come with the larger threads, so I think what I need to do is actually put this little adapter into the end here, I reckon. So let me just pop that into there, and I think I might need a coin or something to just tighten up the thread on there, which would be really useful because I need to mount this in some way. I'm using my finger for now. That's all I've got really. I hope that should be in there correctly. So now what I need to do is actually attach this to the boom arm itself. So thankfully I can just loosen that off a bit and use the pin on the top of the boom arm to tighten this into place, which is what we'll do now. Let's put that on, pop the locking nut on, and that just spins freely. I don't think it's meant to do that, but there you go, that's more like it. Look at that. That's how it's meant to work. There we go. So then I've got the shock mount in position here. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Need to lock this in place. Come on. Lock in now. Lock in. I guess that'll have to do. I'll put the locking nut on the actual shock mount itself on this side, so I've got easy access to it. But that seems to be in a really good spot, I reckon. So I think now what I need to do, I hope I've got that the right way up as well, because I would be really annoyed if I haven't. I think it must be a universal positioning for it. So I think with that, let's pop that out the way. Well, I don't think I can put it out of the way, but this is going to be right. Whatever way I've got it, I'm just going to open up the actual microphone now, the AT2020. So very neat little packaging there. I like that. It's very neat. little bit of protective foam, as is always with this thing. We've also got some bits of information. We've got the purchase registration card, I think that's the disposal card, and then you've got the instruction manual itself, which I will actually look at because I think I need to know how to properly put this thing in. And now, before we actually get to the actual microphone, we've got what looks like a pencil case with Audio Technica written on it, which I believe is the accessory pack. So let's take a look inside. And immediately we have what looks like a very, very long USB cable, which is really useful because it's going to go from here all the way across here and then obviously down towards the back of the computer. That's very nice. We also get, what's that? I think this is the, oh I know, that's the little tripod thing there. And then also we have what appears to be the mounting mechanism for that tripod. So you screw the tripod onto there and the microphone sits in there, and then plonk the microphone into place there like so. But I won't actually be using any of that, so that can go back in the little pencil case and back in its box, because what I really need is of course the microphone itself. And there goes the silica gel, which I won't be needing. That is a very nice microphone, I will say that. Nice little construction, it's a very heavy microphone actually, I like that. So I've got that looks like the mix amp that's built in, and you've got headphone monitoring as well. The actual headphone monitor goes into the back there. That's where the USB goes, or the XLR connection if you use XLR. And that looks like a screw thread of some kind. But what I really need to do is actually get this mounted onto the shock mount here itself. Now I don't know which way this goes on. How does this go on? Is it just sitting there like that? I don't know how you even put this on. Well, like that, I suppose. That ought to do it, actually. Yeah, that'll do. Let's get it in a good position. I think I've got the actual... I just realised I've got the mount upside down. Bear with us for a moment. Bosh. That's the right way up now. No, it's not. Ow. No, wait. Oh, bollocks. Well, I don't know anything. Let's just pop that back in there. And I think that's meant to sit in there like that, I suppose. Yep, that sits in there. So we've got the back there, and you've got the front there. So that sits in there like that. That actually, I think that's how it's meant to go. And I think what I'll do is I'll have this mounted either sideways or pointing upwards. So I think now what I need to sort out is the cable routing of this thing. So I think once again, bear with us for a little while I actually figure out how to actually route the cable, and hopefully we'll be able to do a sound test of this. So I'll be back once again very soon. Right, after that workout, bloody hell, it was a lot. I've actually been able to manage to route the cable across the the PSA1 boom arm stand right down towards the back of the computer, and of course on there is the microphone in a good position at the moment, just so I can probably demonstrate the actual recording quality, so I can bring it as close as I can to me here. Oh, for God's sake, stop loosening up, you bastard. I've got to really sort this thing out. It's driving me up the fucking wall. I think once I've sussed this bit, I should be alright. But yeah, oh, for God's sake, come on. I think what I'll do, I'll just loosen that up as much as possible, bring that up to about there, like that. That'll do. Lovely. Right, that seems to be in a good position for me to do some talking. So I think all that's left for me to do now is unplug the Blue Snowball, which you've been hearing me on throughout the whole video so far, and switch to the Audio Technica AT2020 USB Plus. And we are back. You are now hearing me on the Audio Technica AT2020 USB microphone. I've done a quick initial audio testing, and I have to say the overall clarity so far is fantastic. I'm actually don't have to raise my voice to even speak to you now, which is amazing. One thing I have noticed, especially while recording right now, in fact, is that when I'm talking, you hear a lot of the P's and the S's, and this is where a pop filter is required. Luckily, I do have one right here. This one I picked up from Amazon for about, I'm not gonna lie, for about a tenner. So can't complain the fact that it was cheap. So I think this could work out quite well, I reckon. So I think I might as well do a little bit of a live install for you. So while I'm actually doing this, I might as well, I don't want to extreme. I might as well explain to you why I've chosen the AT2020. When I hosted the poll on the Linus Tech Tip forums, I actually had several different choices available, and that included I think it was the Blue Yeti, and this as well, and the Razer Siren with its made for shock mount and pop filter. And when I did the voting, I think it was about 12.5% of the people went for the Blue Yeti, and nobody went for the Razer Siren, which is a bit of a shame. But the majority, 87.5%, went for this combination. So that's pretty much the explanation out of the way. So now let's figure out a way to mount the pop filter, which is actually thinner than I expected it to be. So I've got to be really delicate with this. So let's see. Oops, just hit the microphone. I'm not too fussed about that. How am I going to do this properly? Let's see. Easy. Oh, there we go. I might have to clamp the cabling in somehow. Let me just see here. Let me see what works and what doesn't. Okay, this could work about here because it's also holding the cable in position, which is really useful. Let's bring that back over towards me now, and let's put the pop filter in front of me. Like so, about there should do it. So there you go, this is now with the pop filter in front of the microphone. I have no idea how it sounds without the pop filter, which I'd actually like to be really curious and really test it. So I think with that, I'm pretty much done now. I think that's about it. Thank you very much for checking out the unboxing and setup of my new recording setup here. If you enjoyed it, like it and share it and comment on it if you want to. And also, if you click on that subscribe button, you might be able to see more videos from me. That'd be really nice. Oh, by the way, as for the Blue Snowball, I'm going to be using that more on my PS4 and Xbox One. That will now be my primary microphone for those formats. This will be for PC only. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.